Nicole. Everyone is like, Ria, how on earth did you outline your book? So today I'll be providing the tips on how I did it. Do not waste time on outlining a book, okay? Because so many people waste time talking about the million types of trees and the million types of plants, and I'm like, is this necessary? No. Is this gonna actually be in your book? No. Like, people be outlining all of the countries on the entire earth, and then the book takes place in a city, in a village. The entire book is just in a village. So don't waste your time. Anyways, so people normally like, when I outline my book, I just write down random ideas in a document. And I did this when I was in year 9, and it was the most disorganized thing ever. I was like, how do people actually do this? I do not know. So what I do is I write random ideas in a document, but actually keep it organized. So what I do is I create different headings. So you have characters, world, plot, and then miscellaneous, right? And then within these headings, I also create separate subsections as well. So that way I can write down whatever random ideas come into my brain, but also actually it's fine because it's being separated into categories. Also, I do this thing where it's like, I think of multiple ideas. So I just do that on like a paper, and then I write down all of the multiple ideas, and I just think what idea is the coolest, and then pick that one. So it's not just like a million different contradicting ideas all in one Google document overflowing and it's a mess. So, disclaimer, when I'm like outlining in these subsections, I don't like first do character, then do world, then do plot, because in order to write about the characters, I need to know the plot and the world. In order to write about the world, I need to know the plot and the characters. So I just like chaotically alternate between all three, like, and then that's how I actually do it, because writing is not a straightforward, easy line process, whatever. You can keep it organized, but you will jump around from random places, okay? Anyway, so this is how I outline the characters. First of all, I just like think of a character like that exists. Oh my god, human. It's human. Oh my gosh. Then you need to just like actually get a vibe for who your character is. Now, there's 2 ways to do this. Number 1, waste your time filling out a character profile on your character's favorite ice cream color and band, which is trash. Or 2, you can instead just write down random words or random things that give off your character's energy. And then just like write down, it can literally be anything. It can be other characters, it can be colors, it can be flowers, it can be songs, etc. Just do that, and then you'll instantly get the vibes for your characters. So after you've done that for your characters, and then you can delete the words that don't resonate, keep the words that do resonate, then oh my gosh, you've discovered who your characters are. A second way to actually understand your characters is, once you've done this for like, let's say you have 3 main characters, for all 3 main characters, then you can just write down like random scenes with the characters in it. Like, it doesn't even need to be in the book. Just write down random scenes so you can actually get a feel for who the character is. Or you can just drop this and start writing the book, and then you'll automatically get a feel for who the character is. But before that, we need more information about the characters. Before you start doing the section, jump to plot, realize what the actual plot of the book is, then go back, okay? So every single character has to have a goal in the book that they want to achieve, right? Otherwise, what are they even doing? What is the point, right? But they need to have something stopping their goal, right? So they want to achieve XYZ, but they have this thing, this character trait that's causing them to not achieve XYZ. And the reason why is because of their tragic anime backstory. So you need to write down what the character wants to achieve, so their goal. Then you need to write down what is stopping them from achieving their goal. Like, I don't know, personality, lack of talent, etc. Then you can write down their tragic anime backstory, and then you have to write down how the character has to change in order to either A, achieve the goal they want to achieve, or B, realize their goal is trash and change what they actually want to do. So the goal just changes, right? Like, for example, I don't know, let's say the character is a reformed villain and they want to like kill everyone, and then they're like, shit, and then they actually want to save everyone. Oh my gosh, that was literally the randomest, most trash example that I could think of. But yeah, that is another thing. Then also, I came up with this idea in year 8, but because like in year 8, I was writing some mystery novel thing. I literally just outlined it, and then I wrote down, because every single character was sus, I wrote down like just on the outline secret, and then I just wrote down the characters' secrets that they're hiding from each other. Like in the book I have now, the 3 main characters are so suspicious of all each other. They're like, damn, this bitch is hiding a secret, damn, this bitch is hiding a secret, and then all of the characters themselves are hiding secrets. And then also it'll keep the reader reading on, because they want to know the secrets as well. So then that will keep them reading to the end because of the curiosity, you know? So then that's also a really good thing. Just think of the suspense, the tension, the mystery, etc. Before I will go into world, I would like to say I have been looking at the statistics on my channel, and why do most people who watch my videos aren't even subscribed? Imagine how much clout I'd have if you all subscribed. And then also, in order to be part of the real cult, you have to subscribe. So subscribe, please. Okay. I'm giving you some time to let you subscribe. And oh my god, please comment, please like, please share, please watch the video to the end. Okay, thank you so much. Anyways, then on to world, right? This is where people waste all of their time, and I'm like, what have you been doing? Wasting time writing about trees. So you need to just write the basics, because let's say you're writing about like this is the map. Let's say you're writing about here. Like your book takes place here, but then you flesh out this area and the characters never even go there, then that was just a waste of time, and you could have spent that time literally writing your book. So what are you doing? Why are you wasting your time? Oh my gosh. So instead, what you could what you need to do is, obviously you need to know the plot, so you know where the characters can go. So maybe you can write the plot first, figure out the areas the characters need to go, and then flesh it out and go back. Or yeah, and then do that so you actually know what places you need to flesh out. So for the places, I don't like be like, oh my god, what the building's like, what's the weather like, etc. Because you can just like make that up when you're writing it and then like overdraft, like correct that. But what I did is I just wrote down the basic vibes of the place, like energy, etc., like how slate is, you know. Then also with the magic system, oh my gosh, I feel like the main things to figure out is, do you have a hard magic system or a soft magic system? Because there's a spectrum, right? So a hard magic system is a system where there's a bunch of rules, like, I don't know, Mistborn magic system. And then a soft magic system is where like you can literally do anything and there's no rules, like, I don't know, some trash book, right? So mine is kind of like more hard, you know. So what you need to do is just figure out which one you are, okay? So I feel like everyone should just like not be on like either a superior end, but like, you know what I'm saying. Anyways, your magic system literally needs to have rules, okay? Because let's say there's these two characters and then this is a threat and the character just uses their magic because the plot wants them to. But then the same threat appears and then the character's magic all of a sudden doesn't work for some random reason, and then now they can't do it. That's annoying because it basically is just like a cop-out for you to just decide whatever plot you want. Whereas instead you can actually put in rules. For example, and also there needs to be an actual consequence to doing magic. Are there consequences? Like for example, let's look at my book, right? Characters have the opportunity to use their magic if they want to. However, every single time they use a certain amount of magic, their body has to pay the price. So if this character like just shoots fire, then that character might have to break their fingers or bleed out of their eyes, or I don't know, their toe will break, and they can't even do that on purpose. The character just involuntarily like rips their entire finger off, like their body just naturally does it. So then that's why people don't want to use too much magic, because, and they could just use weapons instead, because then they'll literally just end up dying or ripping their entire arm off, you know. And then also it's cool because then in life or death situations the characters have to rip their entire arm off, you know. So that's actually interesting, instead of, yeah, so the magic system has no rules and it's really random. So yeah, if you want me to make a more detailed video on magic systems, I can do that. Anyways, next on to plot. So what I first did is I just wrote down what I thought would happen. Let's say if I think of the plot, like something that happens here, something that happens here, I'll just leave a gap and then like fill it random bits and then just fill it in on a Word document or Google document, right? Once I've like written down all of the stuff, then I Google the hero's journey or any sort of template, write down the plot points on the hero's journey, then fill in from my thing in the thing that I explained that so badly. Okay, so here's the hero's journey, and like you have each individual thing that's meant to happen. I take what my plot point is and put it in the specific elements. Also, you don't have to follow the hero's journey or whatever thingy you're looking up. You can literally invent your own, or like whatever like sort of like plot archetype thing you're looking at, because you can literally just make it up. Like you don't have to follow a specific set structure. It's more of a guideline on how to like keep the pacing slay, okay? So you don't feel morally obligated to fill out every single point, etc. Then that's basically your plot. So what I did is basically I wrote my first draft and then I realized I wanted to change the entire plot. I'm never filming a video again. So basically what I did is I wrote my draft one from an outline, and then I realised I wanted to change the entire plot. So I did two different methods. So for the first method, I just put a bunch of post-it notes on my wall, and then every single time, like each plot point was a specific post-it note. Then when I finished it, I could just cross off the post-it note, and then I could visually see how far I was getting. The second one I did, I actually have somewhere, do I? yeah, so this is an example. I got lazy and didn't highlight it all off and just ticked it. But I'd write down each plot point, and then when I finish writing it down in the first draft, I just highlight it off, right? Don't zoom in and figure out the spoilers to my book, guys. If you want me to make an episode about what my book is about, I'll make it. But yeah. Anyways, that's just a really quick way in order to actually know what you're writing and actually have an idea, because if you write that without a basic guideline, then you'll just forget certain things that happen. It will be turned into a chaotic mess, and then editing it is going to be really hard. So for the miscellaneous section, then what you need to do is, what I put in there is basically just random ideas of like crackhead scenarios the characters are doing and stuff like that. I can't really remember if I said this or not. So what you can do is you can look up different structures. So for example, if you have five main characters, you can look up the 5-man band, where you have the leader, the lancer, the big guy who's the one that's like really strong, the smart guy, and then the lover, the heart. And then you can also do like look up ones for trios, look up ones for 4 people, look up one for 6 people, look up one for 2 protagonists, etc. And you can figure out how to do it around that, right? Or you could just error it. For example, my book started with 5 characters and now there's 3 characters, so then now like just like characters are holding different like people, like one could be the big guy and the smart guy, one could be the leader and the lot, I don't know, right? So then basically what I did is, let's say you have 3 main characters, I would write down like this character, like for the interpersonal relationships, how do these 2 interact, then how do these 2 interact, then how do these 2 interact. So it's more of a cohesive team rather than one character getting third wheeled or something. We don't want that, do we? Or the characters don't really talk to each other. So then you can actually understand the interpersonal relationships between characters. Anyways, thank you for watching. Bye.